Hi folks, welcome to the Car Boutique, and this is part 3 of Joe's Cars Restoration. So today we're going to be looking at ceramic coating, trim restoration, rubber care, and first of all I'm going to be trying to sort out these. Okay, so the bodywork is looking lovely. We've machine polished it and done all that kind of stuff, so make sure you have a look at part 1 and part 2. But you can see nasty oxidation on these headlights. They really are bringing the whole appearance of the car down, that horrible haze over it. So we're going to get these two done first. If you want to know the full process, if you click on the magnifying glass at the top, put in Headlight Restoration, okay, hit the search button, it'll take you to a tutorial I did on Headlight Restoration, so please feel free to have a look at that. Okay, but this one is going to be done on time warp, so let's get it done. So that's one done already. Okay, so you can clearly see the difference between the one we've done. It's come up really well. It only took 10-15 minutes, and that hazed one there. Okay, so you can clearly see, if I get the light right, really oxidized sort of plastic. Okay, and then we come to the one we've done, and it is pretty much brand new now. Okay, taken all the deep scratches out, and now it complements the rest of the car. All right, so that's the one we've done, nice and clear. That's the one we haven't done. You can see the difference. Okay, so we're going to crack on and do that one. So we're on to applying protection to all the rubber seals on the car. You can use this stuff in engine bays as well, but I'm just using it for the rubber sort of seals at the moment. Tenzi silicone spray. Once again, I have done a review on this. If you use a search sort of link at the top, put in silicone, it'll come up and you can watch my sort of tutorial on how to use this. But really good to stop sort of dirt accumulating on your seals and stops cracking, etc. So it's nice and easy. Spray onto a cloth and wipe over. So let's show you in action. You can quite clearly see, I mean, I'm going to spend quite a lot of time on this. It sort of infuses it, so from a sort of aesthetic point of view, it sort of brings back that natural look of rubber in good condition, okay, and you know it's applying that protection as well. So I'm just going to finish off doing this. Like saying, when you're doing it, get right into the sort of middle bit, give it a good clean out. You can keep rotating your cloth if you pick up dirt, etc. As you can see, it does take up dirt, which is nice as well. So it gives your rubber a nice restoration effect, and okay, more importantly, the reason why I'm doing it is going to protect it from future cracking. That's all dull and dry. That's all nice and supple now. So I'm going to go around the entire car, do all the rubber trim, okay, and the seals. Okay, so Tenzi silicone spray, rubber elements, seals, rubber cables, and it's got anti-static as well. So top product. So onto the trim now. You can see this heavily sort of oxidized and heavily faded plastic, exactly the same in the sort of under the windscreen wipers here, and what also around the wing mirrors. So what we're going to use is probably one of my favorite products for sort of getting your plastic trim back to how it should be, and that is Kochchemi Nano Magic Plastic Hair. Again, I've done a review of this, so feel free to look back, use the search function. And what I like about this one here is it's not just a covering. This stuff impregnates into the plastic and takes it back to that natural look. All right, so when I'm doing something like this, I actually use one of these tire shine applicators, because you can get right into the crevices there, okay, and really get into the edge. All right, and it's nice and easy. You just apply. I'm doing this one-handed. Okay, so, and this stuff goes a long way. All right, you just apply a small amount of product, okay, onto your sponge. All right, and then you can see the beauty of that. You can get right in where the plastic meets, okay, and then just gently apply the product. Right, and this stuff goes so far. Right, and you can clearly see it's a nice natural look. Obviously this needs to dry, and then there's the difference, and it'll stay like that, and the longevity is months. I did a mini quite a few months ago, and I've gone back to it and it still looks really good. So it's not one of these ones that are just sort of superficial, line on the top and then come off. This stuff, I say, impregnates into the plastic, and does a good job. And like I say, you can really get into those. If you do get any, just wipe it off with this cloth, get right into the top. Apply a bit more. So sorry, this is a bit candid, but see where all that staining there. So all the discoloration gone, and you can see the difference there. And that just sets it off so well. Alright, so the product for choice from the car boutique for this one, Koch Chemie Nano Magic Plastic Care. And like I said, I'm going to go around the entire car and then regenerate all that faded plastic. So good times. So applying the Nano Magic, massive difference on that faded trim. Alright, and you can clearly see where I've finished. Okay, so a nice sort of professional, not too glossy finish. Okay, and then trying to get my shadow out, you can see heavily faded. Right, so it just makes such a difference to your car if you spend a bit of time on doing all this stuff that sort of gives away its age. You can get it looking as good as new. The sort of final bit, a lot of these windscreen arms, windscreen wiper arms with faded plastic. Look what you can do. Just try and keep that one out by applying some of this. You can transform it, so look at that difference. And that stays like that. Okay, it dries. Once it dries, it keeps that shine, so it impregnates into the plastic. You can see, trying to get my shadow out of the way. Not done. Done. Massive difference. Okay, and I will do around these as well. All right, so just one of those bits that really do bring out your car really well. So I highly recommend this product. So another use of the Nano Magic. Okay, so that trim has been treated, so still drying at the moment, but it's got rid of all that fading. It's sort of equalized, okay, the actual finish. Let's say there's no sort of faded patches coming through. Now if I go round to the untreated one, it looks absolutely horrific. And like I said, this stuff lasts for about 3 months. You're not going to be doing it every week or two. All right, so that's untreated. So windscreen wiper arm looking lovely. And that's it treated. So let's say it's still drying, but all that faded area has gone. So another use. Hi Groupsters, so we're now going to go on to ceramic coating, and then we're going to be using a product that I highly rate. I've been using for some time now. So it's Tenzi Detailer's Ceramic Quartz Paint Protection Quartz Coat System. Comes in a nice box, okay, and they give you the IPA cleaner, which is your sort of pre-degreasing stage that you do on each panel, okay, and then you get, I believe it's 100 milliliters, so not these 30 or 50 milliliter bottles, 100 milliliters of the actual ceramic coating as well, which is good. You also get the applicator pad, okay, a couple of the microfibers, or the sort of the cloths you apply the product onto the paintwork with, okay, and a couple of gloves, okay, and 3 microfibers as well. Now, there's 2 ways of applying this product. You can either do it the sort of conventional way, where you're dripping it onto the pad and using your crosshatch, or the actual instructions say you can sort of spray it on and then apply. I'm going to be using this sort of traditional method. Okay, so now top tip, if you were doing this at home and you've got a garage, brilliant, that's where you should be doing it, dust free, sort of room temperature, because there are sort of timing considerations with this. So you've got to apply it and leave it between 5 and 10 minutes, but sort of 5 and 15 minutes or 5 to 10 minutes depending on the temperature, and then remove it with a microfiber. All right, so you've got to be sort of on your game to make sure you apply this correctly. You can multi-layer this, sort of wait 3 or 4 hours between coats, okay, before applying another one, and then its hardening time is about 12 hours, but then you can't sort of use, or sorry, you can't wash your car really for a couple of weeks for it to really sort of cement on and chemically bond to the car. but really, really good. The thing I like about this is it's very easy to use and definitely within the realms of sort of home use. Now I'm going to be doing it outside, but the temperature is about 18 degrees and there's no rain forecast. So if you are doing it outside, you've got to make sure you keep this dry for 12 hours afterwards, ideally in a garage. Okay, that is my super top tip if you can. Now the beauty of this system, it's got plenty. Tenzi do a lot of sort of aftercare stuff aimed at ceramic coating, but arguably all these you could use on a non-ceramic coated car. So they've got their Quartz sort of infused shampoo. They also do a detailing spray. And then there's sort of what they call reloaders. So you've got the sort of the commercial one, which is their SLS, and their sort of pro detailing version of the SLS, which is the RLS. So lots of aftercare stuff aimed at essentially topping up or extending the longevity of your ceramic coating. So we're going to put it on outside and see how we get on. So good times. Okay, so the first step is to make sure that the panel is totally grease free. So that's where you're using the IPA cleaner. So you've got to make sure that you've got no residual polishes or waxes on your car. So I cleaned this after we machine polished it, and this is just a do that. I'll just go off screen and do the whole of this panel with the IPA. Like I said, there's two ways of doing it. You can spray this straight on, but I don't like that method. I prefer to do it the sort of the traditional way. So using the applicator, just putting it make sure the cloth covers the whole surface. Okay. And you're just loading it up, making sure you get full coverage over the area you're doing, and you can actually see it because it darkens it. So I'm going to just go half, and then the crosshatch, just make sure that you're getting all areas. And that's it. And then you're leaving that for 5 minutes, or between 5 and 10 minutes for it to cure, and then you come back and polish it. So I'm just going to work my way around doing a panel, go into the next one, come back, removing it. And it is as simple as that. Like I say, spend some time, because you've done all this hard work. You know, it'd be a shame for you to muck up now. And that's it. So I'll carry on. So that's this ceramic applied. The main top tip is sort of get a good angle to make sure that you've got full coverage. Okay, you haven't got sort of any super high spots with loads of products. All right, so just take your time with it, and then we're going to leave it for about 5 to 10 minutes, and then I will show you how easy this stuff is to buff off. They're already done, and the finish is stunning, effortless to use. Okay, so the next video clip would be me removing it in a few minutes. So that's been just short of 10 minutes, and now you can still see sort of the ripply effect. Okay, and now it's just a question of wiping this. You're not applying pressure, you're just gently almost massaging the paintwork until you don't see any streaks. All right, slight, very slightly clingy. Okay, keep rotating. You've got 3 cloths, you know, make use of them. You know, when one sort of starts feeling like it's got loaded up with product, and this is, it's a really nice feeling actually when you sort of see it suddenly. The cloth goes smooth and you see no more smears. And there we go. Really easy to do. So I'm going to crack on, finish the car, and I'll be back probably in about an hour. So this is the last panel of the car. I'm just about to take it off. It just needs another 1 more minute, but all I can say is this stuff is a beautiful product. Okay, now I'm not saying all ceramic coatings are as easy to apply or as forgiving as flexible, but this one is absolutely effortless, and it gives a super sort of depth of gloss, and it's so easy to use as long as you go by the instructions. Okay, in terms of the sort of outside temperature, etc. But that is a fantastic finish. Okay, I'm clear as day now. So look down that side. So for even if you're sort of into your quartz coating, your ceramic coating, all right, this retails I think 40-50 quid. Okay, 100 milliliters. I've hardly used any, probably a third. All right, or if you're sort of venturing into the world of ceramic coatings, I highly recommend the quartz coat. All right, so comes complete, 3 cloths, double applicator pads, black gloves as well, and that finish is superb. All right, it has transformed this car, and some of you might be thinking, was it worth applying ceramic to a sort of a car of this value? Well, when it protects it in relation to all the work we've done and gives Joe, the new owner, you know, a nice looking car for a period of time with minimum sort of maintenance washes to do, etc. Well, I think it's a good investment of the time. So outstanding product. All right, another top product from Tenzi. So that's end of part 3, a productive day. So we've ceramic coated the car, done all the rubber, plastic trim, and we've done the headlights as well. So they are now looking great. Okay, and that's pretty much the outside. The only thing I've still got to do that I'm not going to sort of film, so I'm going to go around all the sort of panel edgings, so where people have waxed it in the past, there's a bit of residue there, but all the trim is looking good. The paintwork, apart from the odd dent or blemish, looks as good as new, easily as good as new. All right, really great reflection in the car. Okay, so really, really pleased with how that's come out. Okay, there is a slight blemish in paintwork there, but really, really happy. So we are getting there. So that's the end of part 3. Part 4, we're going inside. Yes, I'm going to don my PPE for this one. Okay, so I'm going to go inside, rip the front 2 seats out and give it the work. So it's going to be a good one to watch actually, because we're going to try some new tools out and really get that spanking clean as well. So without giving myself toffee, I think we have transformed this little motor, and we've just got to do the inside now. So thanks for watching. Tune in for part 4.